If you guys are trying to take your training to the next level and you want to increase your speed, your power, your conditioning, then you got to check out Phil Daru's 8-week heavy hitter boxing program. I'm telling you guys right now, there's no joke.
Hi, I'm Angie and you're watching Dante's Boxing.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Man, oh man, 2020, huh? You know, this is what we love about the sport of boxing. You never know what you're going to get. In a fight where Gabe Rosado was a 20-1 underdog against Danny Jacobs, he damn near won the fight. Danny Jacobs, he wins the fight in a split decision, 115-113, 115-113, and 115-113 in favor of Gabe Rosado. The fight could have went either way, as the scorecards reflect. Matter of fact, the fight was so close that the announcer accidentally announced Philadelphia, which would be Rosado, as the winner, and then he changed it to Brooklyn, causing a lot of confusion in the ring. So in the first half of this fight, it looked a lot like the first 6 rounds of Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko, where neither fighter was really landing anything. They weren't throwing a whole bunch of punches. It was a very tactical chess match. I think it was probably around the 8th round that Danny Jacobs, he started to pick it up. But then once he started to pick it up, so did Rosado. And when Rosado picked it up, that's when it looked like Danny Jacobs, he started to regress a little bit. Danny started moving around the ring like he didn't even want to be there. Like he just wasn't motivated to really fight. And Danny, he should have already known, the slower the fight is, the better that is for Rosado. That's what Rosado wants. He wants a slow pace so he can pick his shots. And he was doing it well. In the later rounds, the cleaner shots were being landed by Rosado the majority of times. And you know, Chris Mannix, he actually made a really good point during the fight. He was quoting something that Danny Jacobs said. He said, Danny Jacobs said, you know, you're going to see a much better Danny at 168 because he was struggling so much to make the weight at 160, right? And then Mannix, he said, well, if that's the case, Danny is fighting now like he cut all the way down to 154, meaning he looked better at 160 than he's looking at 168 right now. So Danny is very, very lucky he got this decision, because they could have easily went the other way. Danny himself admitted he was not happy with the performance, and he apologized for the fans for not putting on the type of performance people expected him to put on. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the exact reason why Canelo chose to fight a Danny Jacobs instead of a Charlo or a Demetrius Andrade, because the 2 losses that Danny Jacobs had on his record, the first one he had gotten knocked out. The second loss was a fight that Danny Jacobs could have won, but Danny was too timid in the fight and he left it in the hands of the judges. If Danny had the same confidence he had when he was fighting the Moras, when he was fighting the Peter Quillins, and even the Darren Yevchenkos, if he had that same confidence fighting against Golovkin, he probably would have won that fight so decisively, they wouldn't have been able to take it away from him. Now listen, I'm gonna say this, as an All-American, whenever Danny Jacobs is going against someone from another country, I'm rooting for my country, just like I would do if I was watching Danny Jacobs in the Olympics. But with that being said, I have to say this, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. And I think a lot of fans feel that way right now when they look at the fact that Danny Jacobs did the same things in the Rosado fight that he did in the Canelo fight and he did in the Golovkin fight, where it all started, fighting with a lack of confidence. Because I was personally thinking after the Golovkin fight, he learned from that. He realized I was too timid, I gotta let my hands go, and this will never happen again. And then he got in there with Canelo and it was even worse. And just to show you how good of a fighter Danny Jacobs is, even though it was worse in the Canelo fight, that fight was actually still surprisingly competitive. So it just lets you know how good Danny could be if he had the level of confidence that he needs to perform on this level. Now Danny Jacobs is at 168. We'll see if he can fight with the level of confidence that he needs to fight at. Because when Danny does fight with that confidence, he's a complete different fighter. But we also have to credit Gabe Rosado, because Gabe Rosado, a man that's known for losing every time he steps up in competition, he put on his best performance in this fight. And like I said, he almost won the fight. But another point I forgot to mention earlier on when I was telling you guys that this is the reason why Canelo chose Danny Jacobs instead of the other two undefeated fighters in the division, and he just moved on and left them. In fact, you guys know the story. Canelo Alvarez, he vacated his belt once he was forced to fight Jamal Charlo, and when it came to Andrade, he said he doesn't want the fight because he doesn't like Andrade's style. Translation is, he's too difficult of a fighter. So he chose the fighter that already had 2 losses on his record and had once been knocked out. And the point I really wanted to make is when you look at the contrast, look how not Jamal, but look what Jamal Charlo did to a much younger Rosado. He beat him decisively. It wasn't even close, wasn't even competitive. That's another reason why Canelo chose Danny Jacobs. And I'm telling you guys right now, after this performance, don't be surprised if Canelo Alvarez chooses to fight Gabe Rosado next. That's all I got for now, and I'm on to the next one, y'all.
Saw all the works and it was really fantastic. I just was like a few days which I was thinking about if I want to do it or not. And after the few days I decided to do it and just get to you and make an appointment. Now I'm sitting here, bro.
Now you're sitting here ready, right?
Yeah.
Stop there. With the lighting as well. Yeah, man, and back in the middle. Yeah, beautiful. Man, you really look like a complete different human now.
Thank you, man.
So if you want to get this hookup for my brothers out there in the UK and Europe, make sure you check out the Scalp This on Instagram. And for my brothers out there in the States, make sure you go ahead and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV, the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels, including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars. They have a massive video on demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR. So you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month. And once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation.